All right, let's open this puppy up. Ooh, a box inside a box. There it is. I assume these are the handles that go on it. All right, I think I'm gonna like this. If you use this as a freezer, this part up here can be like a refrigerator, but I'm pretty much gonna be using it as a refrigerator all the time. But yeah, overall, it's pretty sweet. Luckily, if you saw my other videos, I just built a solar generator, which will work perfect for this. All right, let's see what's in this box. Got a user's manual. Yeah, those are the handles that go on it. I will be putting those on. What kind of plugs we got with it? All right, there's 12 volt plug in. And got 110 plug in. Use it with the 12 volt adapter. Basically adapts it down from 110 to 12 volt. Let's see what happens when we plug this puppy in. Plugs in that way. Has a 15 amp fuse there, so I assume 15 amps. I've got a 30 amp fuse in here. All right, so I have it plugged into the solar generator that I built. And I have some solar panels I could plug into the solar generator to charge it up when it needs it. But that's what's running the refrigerator right now. But it's pretty easy to figure out. Turn it on. And it's going to be flickering in the video because it's an LED light. LED lights flicker when you shoot video of them. But it's 42 degrees inside right now. You can adjust what you want it to get to, 16, 18. I set it to 16 to see what it does there. It is set on Fahrenheit. If you want to change to Celsius, you turn it off, then you push the max, you push this button and the plus button for 3 seconds. And there it is, Fahrenheit, Celsius. But I want it on Fahrenheit, so I'm putting it back on Fahrenheit. All right, let's turn it back on. Now you have max mode or econo mode. So if you don't want to eat a lot of juice, you put it in econo mode. If you want to cool it down pretty fast, put it in max mode. So it's 42 degrees inside it right now. I've got it set to 16. So I think I'll put a couple of thermometers inside and see how long it takes to get down there. All right, this is the handle. Goes like that. Take these off. So the handle was really easy to put on. Didn't take any time at all. Even came with the little wrench to put it on with. All right, on max mode, it took about 20 minutes to get down from 42 down to 16 is what I set it at. So I switched it over to eco mode. And it's still doing pretty good with my battery. Inside, all right, it's 45 degrees in the warm spot. It is 16 degrees in the cold spot. I'm gonna move that around different areas and see how accurate that is. But yeah, it's exactly what it says right there. It's 38 up there, and it is 17 down here. Okay, I got my refrigerator hooked up. It's a 12-volt refrigerator. Got it full of all my goodies. And I've got it plugged in to my solar generator. So it's plugged into the battery. And the battery is being powered by my solar panels. So we got the power coming out of the panels through the wire into the solar charge controller, out of the solar charge controller into the battery. Okay, so I still love my Arctic cooler. I've been using that thing for 3 years. It works out great. This is my procedure when using the Arctic cooler to camp with. What I do is I take it upstairs, haul it up the stairs. I fill it full of ice like 2 days before the camping trip. Then it pre-cools it. Then I go ahead and load up my trailer, get all my supplies loaded up, everything except for the cooler. Then the morning of, I'll dump the old ice out, fill the cooler up with my food and drinks, and then put fresh ice in it, and then haul it down the stairs back down here and put it on my trailer. Now, cut to the scenario I use for this while camping. I plugged into the wall outlet. I turned it on max like the day before and get it nice and cold. And then all I have to do is take this upstairs. I fill it full of all my food and drinks and everything. I take this and also usually a bag of stuff that's going to be refrigerated, and I can bring it down the day before. So the day before, when I get the trailer totally loaded, I also have the cooler loaded. And then I leave it plugged in overnight. It's plugged into the wall outlet. It's not draining my battery. And then when I get ready to go, I just unplug it from the wall outlet, plug it into my battery, put it on eco mode, and go to the campsite. So much easier. I don't have to haul this thing up and down the stairs. It just stays down here all the time. So the only thing about this, if I'm camping in Colorado, I'm not going to be able to bring it because it's not bear proof like my Arctic is. My Arctic, as long as you have a lock on there, I usually put one there and one there both, it is bear proof. This, I did wrap a ratchet strap around it, so it was at least raccoon proof when I went camping. But yeah, it wouldn't be bear proof. I don't have the luxury of sticking inside a vehicle like most car campers do, because I take the trailer. Okay, so here's a scenario I hope somebody can help me out with. I know this is not weatherproof, so what I do so far, I can only take it on short trips within an hour or two where I live, and it has to be when there's no chance of rain. You know, I keep it plugged into my battery, when I'm traveling. But what I thought about doing is, if I do have a scenario where I start to hit rain, I always pull over, put my rain suit on anyway. So if I had something to put over this, a cover, and I thought, I got the thing, a backpack cover. So I ordered a 90-liter backpack cover. It's the biggest one I could find. And it folds up to like this big, like not even softball size. Very small to pack away with my rain gear. And all I'd have to do if it starts raining, turn the freezer off, of course, because I'm covering up the vents, put the cover over it until I don't have rain anymore. Then I can take the cover off when I take my rain gear off and turn it back on. The problem was the 90-liter backpack cover was not big enough to cover the whole thing. It was just a little bit too small. And I don't know if they make any bigger. I haven't seen anything bigger than a 90-liter. So what would you suggest? If you have a suggestion, suggest down in the comments something light that I could cover this up with to keep the rain out. And it also needs to be where it packs very small, because I don't have much room at all with my rain gear. So rack your brains, think of a solution for this, and let me know down in the comments. Okay, what are my thoughts after some real world use camping with my fridge? I think it's a really nice budget friendly refrigerator. It's not expensive like a lot of the other refrigerators out there. I ran this thing for 4 nights and 5 days. It was plugged in the whole time, running the whole time. At night I also ran lights in my camp off of my solar battery. And I just left the solar panels hooked up to the solar battery. Every day, within the first 30 minutes to an hour, with the panels hooked up, my battery was totally charged back up. So it barely used anything at night along with the lights.